Hey traders, John Hal here. In this video, I'm going to share with you why you don't have to be right, why you don't have to know what's going to happen tomorrow in order for you to be able to generate an income from the market. So let's get straight into it, guys. Guys, do not place trade based on what you see in this video, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. Okay, you know trading is risky. Guys, very first thing in the description, make sure you click on that to learn the 7 major steps to becoming a long-term successful trader. Let's get straight into this video right now. I'm going to teach you guys why the way most people trade the markets is flawed and actually stopping them from moving forward in the markets. See, here's the thing. When you're trading the markets, okay, when you're trading the markets, most people think they have to be right to be rich. It's like they think they have to know what's going to happen to be rich, right? And here's the thing that I've learned of one thing that's really helped me be successful in the markets, and also that I've learned from my seven-figure coaches is that you don't need to know what the market's going to do. See, most people think that you need to know what's going to happen next. Most people think that that if you don't know, then how can you make money, right? Now, if you think about this, the reason why I drew 1 is, what is that 1? This is your one simple EDGE, right? EDGE. Is that how you spell edge? I think so. Right, so your edge. This is your one simple edge. Now, this could be any type of pattern, but this is what's basically called your trading plan, right? What is your trading plan? Not, well, I have 10 different trades and every single trade has a different trading plan. No, right? If you want some sort of consistency in the market, you trade the exact same plan every single time, right? So that one simple edge. Now, what also comes along with this trading plan that we all know, what also comes along with this trading plan, with this, it doesn't matter what system you're trading, there comes a win-loss ratio, right? So in the win-loss ratio, you may have, call it a 70% success rate. That's a good percent success rate. This month my system's generated a 90% success rate. It's crushing it this month. Anyway, so just say it's doing 70% win, and then we have 30% loss, right? That's pretty good. And let's say, for example, your average loss is, let's say you're trading options on the stock market, and your average loss is 20% and your average profit is 40%. Let's just call that. Making money, right? Making money. So here is where most traders get stuck in the markets. This is where they find so many problems in the markets, and they simply don't know. When they're trying to be right with the market, they simply stop themselves from moving forward. And this is one of the biggest things that's actually helped me get in the market, because I don't have to know what's going to happen. I have to be right to be rich. Now, what I mean by that is this. Let's just say, for example, I take one trade. Do I know right up front, do I know right now when taking this trade? Now, I've done all my testing. I know what this system does, etc., etc. Do I know what this trade is going to produce? Is it going to be a profitable trade? Meaning, is this going to be a win, which is going to be part of the win-loss ratio? Or is this trade going to be part of the loss ratio? I don't know, right? You don't need to know. Why is that? Because this trade here, the reason why you don't need to know is because, remember, it's a win-loss ratio. You know on average that this system is going to give you a win-loss ratio. But let's just say, for example, you take this trade and it's a losing trade. Was it that you were wrong? No, it was just part of the loss ratio. But this is where most people get stuck, right? Then let's say, for example, you take another trade. And let's say, for example, this is another loser. Oh my goodness, 2 losers in a row. Now you're second questioning yourself. Second questioning yourself. Oh my goodness, I had 2 losers in a row. Now both of these now are part of the what? The loss ratio. Then let's just say, for example, now you get very, very cautious, right? You haven't had good risk management. And now you see that there's another, and let's just actually put here, let's just put these here all through here, right? Every single one of these trades. Let's just say this is 20 trades. I don't know how many that's, let's say this is 20 trades. You don't know up front which trade is going to be part of the loss and which trade is going to be part of the wins, right? So for the very next trade, this one right here, you don't take it. Why? Because now you're fearful. It's like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to have another losing trade. And because you don't take it, guess what? You're trying to be right with the market. And now this one you don't take, guess what? That's a winner. And the next one you're still nervous, and that's a winner. And the next one you don't take, and then that's a winner. And then guess what happens? All right, I'm going to stick to plan. I'm going to stick to plan. And the next one you take is that's a loser. Can you see how you trying to be right with the market is actually stopping you with that? Because in any individual trade, I guarantee you that the trades that with your trading plan, the trades that you think are going to work out, that you're certain are going to work out, I guarantee you are certain to give you a losing trade. And the trades that you're not sure but it still meets your plan, guess what? There's a win. You can never know upfront which trade's going to be part of the wins, which trade is going to be part of the losers. But if you start to pick and choose, this one's a loser, then a win, a loss, and a win, right? You could never know up front which one's going to be part of these win-loss ratio, right? Again, you have a win here, you have a win, loss, win, and loss. Let's just say, for example, and let's say if you calculate all these, say 20 trades up, say you have 20 trades through here. If you calculated all these 20 trades up, you'd say, okay, cool, 70% of them, say 14 of these trades, so is that 70%? Yeah, 14 of these trades, 14 of the trades were winners, and the average profit was 40%. And then we had losing trades in here as well too, and then they were average of 20%. Cool. If you look at that basket of trades, right, as long as you had the exact same amount of money on each trade, if you're trading $1,000 a trade, make sure that you're trading $1,000 a trade every trade. This is where the numbers can get skewed. Because if you trade $1,000 on your first trade, it's a losing trade. Then you trade another $1,000 on the next trade, that's a losing trade. But then suddenly it's like, oh, I don't want to trade too much now because I'm losing money. Now you start trading $200 a trade, but your next couple of trades are wins. Do you see how that's skewed? You got to be able to trade an amount where the wins are not exciting you and the losses are not hurting you. So this is one of the biggest things out there that actually stops traders from moving forward. And this is one of the reasons why you don't need to know what's going to happen. You don't need to. It's not about being right with the market. It's about trading your plan and accepting upfront that this trade right now today could be part of the losing trades. But you know that if you did that every single time without question, without thinking about it, without trying to be right, without trying to pick the right trade, that you know if you took this one trade 20 times, that you know you would get an average of 70% win-loss ratio, on average, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Do you see how that works? But what ends up happening to us? We try to be right with the market, so therefore we don't take trades because we think we know what's going to happen, or we don't want another losing trade or stuff like that. And guess what ends up happening? Those trades, those couple of trades that you don't take are now profits. And you're sitting here with a losing trade, a few losing trades, which is part of the plan, right? You're going to have losing trades, but then suddenly, and now because you're picking and choosing trades, guess what? Now your results are like, now if you look at the last 20 trades you take, now your results are like 70% loss and 30% win, because now you're picking and choosing. One of the biggest things that I learned from the successful traders that I know is that once it meets the plan, you take it, and that's it. And they know at the end of the day that as long as they keep taking that, the individual trade has a random outcome. You must accept the fact that the trade you're about to take right now could be a losing trade. So make sure you encounter that, or count that into your risk management. Make sure you've got good risk management and money management on every single trade. And say, this trade I'm taking right now could be a losing trade. Expect that. Right? But you also know that if I take this exact same setup 20 times, that's when you can start to see the win-loss ratio. And the more you can get out of trying to be right with the market, like with me, when I just stick to the plan and I don't try to be right with the market, like I don't know what's going to happen. I don't care what's going to happen. My job as a trader is when I see my plan, I take my plan, I don't think. And then I execute my plan. Then I have good trade management. I know exactly how long I should be in those trades for. And then my job is not to think. See, what do most traders do? They have a successful trading plan. Then they start to think, right? Then they start to look at other reports and all this sort of stuff, and it creates so much confusion. This is the foundation to your success in the markets. If you're struggling, one, do you have a trading edge? Two, what is your average win-loss ratio with that edge? And three, when you're trading that system, it's so important to try not to be right, because guess what? You don't know you just do not know upfront which trade is going to be right, which trade is going to generate a profit, and which trade is going to be generating a loss, which is going to be part of the win-loss ratio, or in the win-loss ratio, and which trade is going to be a loss in the loss ratio, Makes sense? And as long as, and this is where most people say, well, I picked the top and I got it right and wrong and all that sort of stuff. That's not how long-term successful trading is. Your job as a trader is that once you have your proven plan, your job is to be consistent and disciplined and patient. Consistent, showing up every day. Disciplined, taking that trade every single time, no matter what you think, hope, or fear. Your job is to take that trade. Because I guarantee you, and guys, let me know in the chat box if you've been there before, I have t-shirts for this, that when you start to pick and choose, guess what? The trades you don't take run on for profit, and the trades you do take are losing trades. It's like, oh, come on now. And then guess what happens? Then you start to force trades, then you start to make trades up, and then you start to take trades that weren't even in your plan. And then it's a whole bunch of mess. Make sense? Your job as a trader, a professional trader has a plan and he trades his plan. Don't think, because you don't know which trade up front is going to be part of the loss in the win-loss ratio or the win in the win-loss ratio. But you know in the back of your mind that if you do this every single time with good risk management, so therefore if this trade is a losing trade, it's not hurting your account too much, you're protecting yourself, but you know if you did this exact same thing 20 times in a row without you thinking about it, that you're likely to come out ahead. And this is where removing the emotions and removing your ego of thinking you need to be right to be rich. After being mentored by 4 different 7-figure traders, I've realized they all have some things in common that actually help them do really, really well in the markets. So I'm actually putting on a free training where I'm going to walk you through the 7 simple but powerful universal laws to becoming a consistent profitable trader while achieving a very high success rate without spending 13 years trying to figure it all out. Plus, I'm going to walk you through the absolute details of my #1 trading system that I trade every single day. The very first link in the description, click on that and you'll be able to go check it all out and be able to go see this free training. And I'm going to walk you through every single detail of these 7 universal laws so you too can start to have the odds on your side. So go do that right now and I'll see you on the next page.